Welcome travelers, I'm Free2Play and I'm your guide for successful free-to-play adventure in Ostera. Today we'll beat the Ruby Dragon with a nice team and lots of luck on your Sleep Procs. It's the second time now that an incredibly terrifying being seems to be ruling, and this time all I need is one single apothecary to take care of that legendary beast, even stronger than the Sable Shadow Dragon he has already defeated. Let's take care of the deity, which is, okay, seems a bit more terrifying than I thought. Run for it! I'll beat you someday! Okay, let's get real this time. You can arrange this in other ways too. The reason is clear. Getting him to red health means double potency on his last stand and ultimate skill, because we don't need any regen in this fight. If we use it, we are doomed anyway. Let's talk about speed here. With the help of Cardona's 20% speed up, Azlight will be even faster than Lynette, and this is all we need here. Because Ruby outspeeds Lynette, even A1. For extra damage, you could equip another Inferno Tome on Sophia and Dagon Azlight, but I did not have the resources by that time, so I tried it with this setup, and it worked. So if you need more damage, go for it. Most of the accessories were quest stuff, or you get them from the newest town's NPCs. Apart from the Wiswald Scarf, which is Elvis A4, and because I was haunted with Theo in Applebanner, I got that lovely A4 to boost Alfyn's attack even more. We need to have the dragon sleep 3 times in total, so apart from the bold fan dance of slumber mentioned in this video, we need the lonely old lady from Flame's Grace found here. Any attempt to try this setup will fail if you did not make him sleep 3 consecutive times. If one is failing, just restart your game. All your allies will still be there and Alfyn will still be at 1 HP. This soft reset technique doesn't work on NPC fights, just for you to know. If you try it out anyway, the dragon will lose its ice weakness after a few rounds. But without further ado, let's slay this legendary dragon once and for all. Because your lonely old lady has a lower chance of sleeping, I will use her at the first turn. Cardona is tanking the damage here, of course she is A3, but it doesn't matter if you give her enough HP stuff, she will survive anyway. The Raging Icewind does the first step in decreasing its resistance to ice, and Cyrus' focus is unparalleled. We continue with the Ice Prone to have the 30% cap of the ice resistance, and because this dragon is so damn fast, it just continues to sleep. So Sophia and Cyrus can do the first real damage here. The good thing is he also has the X weakness, so Alfyn can strike a little for damage here too. So we have only 3 shields left. Viola's going for the debuff, and afterwards Azlight is going for the break with the Azteca Rain, and her passive decreases the ice resistance even more. The Bemusing Strat is taking the cap to 30% of the magical resistance, but you see the dragon has still lots of HP left, so we have to make him slumber again. This time we do a bit more damage, and we can also use Cardona to attack because she used the Holy Remand on full BP, so the taunt is still active if the dragon awakes. But as I said before, it doesn't really matter, because then normally the dragon would go to 4 shields right now, but he won't because of his sleeping after the break. And this is where we have to reduce his shields to at least 3 this time to have the next break by Azlight incoming. And this is what we do here. 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 makes 2 shields at the end. So you can go for the break right afterwards. And because I used max BP here on Azlight, I can use her ultimate in the next break. But I will use it together with Lynette's ultimate, because I have Lynette only on level 9 and she only can use her ultimate once. So now everyone will attack full force right now, and we have to go for the 3rd slumber here. Okay, because the taunt was over, I have to provoke it another time, and here comes the full BP attack again, and we get the dragon to yellow health, which is really good, but it's still not enough to take him down. We need another break for this to come, and we do exactly the same as we did before. So the Ruby Dragon is still sleeping, and we break the 14 shields now with the 4 attacks as we did in the last turn. So you can see a pattern here, but Alfyn has to get to the back to get a few SP back, but Lynette will come to the front in the next turn to boost everyone's elemental normal attack, and everyone else will use the ultimates too. This time Azlight will do a bit more damage, and there will be another ice resistance down on ultimate now. And the good thing here about the dragon's weakness is that the chain spell does strike 2 weaknesses of the dragon, which I have never seen before in any other NPC we had to deal with in the last weeks. So I was really happy to see some good damage here. And the Masterful Cheer was also over for Sophia, so I had to increase this again. And this was a good thing because this way Alfyn could regenerate a bit more of his SP to get the Panica on the next turn again. And this time it is really important that I can do this because the Sleep Proc did miss here. So we only have 2 turns left now to do real massive damage, and that's why I decided not to go for an ally here. Here comes another physical and elemental defense down from himself, which is great, so I don't have to do it myself. And I was lucky to have Cardona in the front because she sucks the most damage and Lynette had to suck it too. This is a shame, but it's totally fine because I couldn't use her any better here. And the real danger for the dragon is Sophia and Cyrus and Alfyn. So here comes the last turn, but we have a full BP, and I wanted to use the ultimate Arcanum finally, because I did not use him in a while now. But I was really lucky this time that the damage I have done right now was purely enough for him to get killed with only my units, and the best thing about it, that Alfyn did the last punch. What a nice experience. I was so glad that this strategy worked out. I used mostly the same strategy against Largo, but I didn't have Alfyn in this battle, which would help so much. But anyways, you have a chance to get a really good equip here. I didn't get it in my first try, and I don't think I will repeat this in the next weeks. You have earned the proof of legend, and here comes the Kate, who was so terrified of this magnificent beast and tells us like a maniac how happy he is that we have finally beaten this legendary dragon. I was really sad that we only get 10 rubies here as a feat for beating him, and influence all by 5? That was a bit... what? Even the old storyteller did. Okay, anyways, we also get another equipment here in a black chest. It's a ruby dragon scarf, which is a bit better than the ebony dragon scarf, which we already had, by 2, and we have 10 SP more than the one before. We can also go to this little fella here, who tells us how excited he is about all these wonders there are in this world. And we get 300 memory charts, so we can do one battle-tested tome or something. Okay, and we also get 20 rubies too for the memoir. Okay, now we have 30 rubies, 300 memory charts. Okay, that was not as much as I suspected. So how can I go for Warriors and Hunters banner now? But this is another story. If you have any more questions about this topic, please write them in the comments or write them in your Discord group. And if you'd like this channel to class up, I really appreciate a subscription and thumbs up. See you next time. You're free to play.